It's a rollover weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you bought a ticket?
No.
No, nor have I. Bonnie, have you bought a ticket?
No.
The lovely Bonnie Tyler's here with us, and she doesn't need to buy lottery tickets, and I'll tell you for why, because she has had hit after hit after hit. How is that for a professional link, Bonnie?
Oh, that was great. That was just nice.
Do one of those winks for me, will you? That you did the other
I
day.
didn't.
God,
I
you
was
did.
looking at you as if to say, you watch
You did.
it,
You
mate.
pointed and gave me a bluesy style, slightly raunchy point and wink combination, like the surf and turf. It was
No,
like,
you,
boom, have a-
you misunderstood it. It was you
I-
sit there and be quiet for a bit.
I so often misinterpret. Hey, you were fantastic, and it was so nice to... And your voice is still fabulous.
Thank you. I sang Turtle Blues. That was the song.
Turtle Blues?
Yeah.
Well, it sounded great.
Thank you.
Is that a concern of yours that, do you presumably you have to look after your voice? That's your bread and butter. I mean, do you have to do special things to make sure that you don't strain it in any way, or does that enhance the...
Actually, I find the more I sing, the better my voice becomes. I like when I spend a lot of time in Portugal, and if I have like 2 weeks off, my voice is. It's horrible after 2 weeks. It needs to be worked all the time, So the more I sing, the better it is.
It's like any of the major muscles in your body. You've got to keep working them
Yeah.
if you want the maximum potential. That's what I say. That's why, really, even though I know she's a long way away in Australia, you want to keep yourself in good shape. And you can do,
Can I?
They got videos and stuff.
All right.
So, Bonnie, let me read you some of these, because whenever people come on the show are popular, we get, people email us with stuff. And
Right.
Oh, where have I put them now? I've lost them now. Hey, here we go. Here's the Bonnie one. Here, someone here says, Bonnie Tyler, you're the best, better than all the rest. Good luck with the greatest hits. What about some new material?
Yeah, I'm going in the studio around about August with my band. I have a fantastic band. They're exceptional musicians.
Well, I would
and
hope so.
we're making an album with them.
Well, you're at the top of your profession. If you'd have come on and said, I've got a few youngsters who don't really know their way around their instruments, I'd have been very upset for you.
Well, yeah.
That's Steve in Telford. What sort of fans do you get when you do a gig these days in this country?
Yeah.
What kind of people turn up? Do you get a mix, or is it mainly people who like
completely. Right across the board, because, I can't believe, Lost in France was 25 years ago, So, my audience are from, teenagers up to 60.
Yeah. And the 60-year-olds, they're the ones to watch out for, presumably, aren't they?
No, I usually
ones in the mosh pit.
the most of the audience are normally around about 25 or 30 age.
You're making it up.
It's true because they've grown up on my
They're
music.
like my age.
And
They're 40. That's what they
tell you,
Bonnie,
they were brought up on my music.
They're my age. They're people like me who are 40 pretending still
Well,
to be
you don't
25.
look so bad, do you?
Yeah, but I'm still pretending to be younger.
Well, maybe I thought they were.
Hey, Bonnie,
25.
talk about looks. You do look fantastic. You look
Thank
great.
you. And no, I haven't had surgery.
No surgery at all?
Well, I have had Botox.
Come on, but can I have a look behind your ears?
You can
See
have a
the
look,
stitch
yeah.
marks? Come on. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. She's innocent, as charged. But you've been out in LA and places like that. Have you ever been tempted? I mean, you don't look like you need it, but I know as women get older, they
I
feel
love America. I just come back from New York. Right. We were there for a short holiday, but I love to go home. I have a very close family: 3 sisters, 2 brothers, 16 nieces and nephews, and 8 great nieces and nephews. One of them who lives with me, Christopher.
Mainly in Wales, is this?
In Wales, all in and around Wales, and my lovely father, and so no, I like to get home when I can.
Is this Skewen in South Wales?
No, I live in a place called Mumbles. I'm from Skewen.
Mumbles! That's where Catherine Zeta-Jones is from, of course.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, that's what she also calls her husband now, I believe.
Mumbles.
Yeah, when he forgets to put his teeth in.
Shut up. Oh, I tell you what, he's really handsome in the flesh.
He's a good-looking man, isn't he? But Bonnie, I've interviewed him and I had a look close, and he's definitely had some work done.
Well, I wouldn't know. I don't ask questions.
His cheek was so tight. I had a horrible feeling that
Well,
if he smiled, it might all pop loose and fall
face?
down to his knees. They were straining against the stitches.
Oh, come on.
But didn't Catherine, wasn't this in the papers? I don't know how well you know. They said that she had some surgery.
That's nonsense. Catherine wouldn't even need anything like that.
Yeah, because she's a beautiful woman.
She's absolutely gorgeous. And, even without makeup, she is stunning, But, I wouldn't go outside the door without makeup. In fact, if somebody knocked my door, and even if it was the Queen, and she'd broken down outside or whatever, I wouldn't answer the door until I got my eyelashes on.
Bonnie, chime into that story is, can I just point out, I very much doubt the Queen will ever be driving through Mumbles.
It's a beautiful place overlooking the sea.
But if she does, I think before she entered Mumbles, she'd make sure she had enough petrol to get to the other side. I bet is it a lovely place?
It is lovely. It is lovely, yeah. Yeah, anytime you're in Wales, you can come in, you can stay with us,
Well, you know what, I'd like to do that.
Well, you can.
Would you put me up for the weekend?
Yeah, I would put you up for a week.
And what would you tell your husband? How would you get him away?
Pardon? With your wife. By the way, your wife is beautiful.
She is gorgeous. Thank you very much for saying that. And your husband, by the way,
Yeah.
I find him very attractive as well. Where is he? He's not come in.
You would say that, wouldn't you?
Isn't he a judo expert?
Yes, he went to the Olympic Games in 1972, a long time ago.
Oh, we could take him now then. Yeah.
No chance.
Now the two of us could take him.
Now he's an absolute squash fanatic.
Is he?
He plays squash all the time. But yeah, he's a third dan black belt in judo.
That's quite impressive.
Yeah, so I always get my royalties on time.
And so, and does he? Have you ever seen him? Has he ever sort of shown off to you? Does he smash boards at home when he wants to get you in the mood? Does he do anything like that?
I used to go when I was dating him. I used to go down the local judo club, and he used to like. Before he used to go on the mat, he'd tell everybody that he was going to kill them before he went on the mat, so they were gone before they'd even got on the mat.
He'd psych them out.
That's right. Yeah.
And how does that translate to at home? What does he do to you?
Oh, he's so gentle.
No, I don't mean that. I'm not trying to suggest he's knocking you around, Bonnie.
No chance.
Give me credit, maybe some restraint.
What?
I know. I wonder whether, does he psych you out? Does he, like, if he wants you to do the washing up in the morning, does he go say, that kitchen better be clean when I get down, Bonnie?
He's more likely to do it himself.
That's good, you see. Well, that sounds like an equal relationship.
He's an early bird, and I'm a very late one. I get up around about 11:30, but Robert's always up about 9, so I always have tea in bed.
That's nice.
And when I go down, the dishes are always done.
I've got an email here for you, because one of your singles, which is on, we're going to get to this in a minute, you've got the greatest hits out, I think, next week, is it?
2nd of July.
2nd of July, so I think that's next week or the week after.
Right.
And I've got it here, we'll talk about that more in a minute. Lovely picture on the cover, by the way.
Do you know that was the last shot of the day? The record company wanted a picture of me lying on the floor with my hair all over the place. And I don't think the photographer thought it was a very good idea, or myself, actually, until the last roll of the day, we... did this shot, and he just I laid on the floor on top of this satin sheet, and then he got on a ladder and just took the pictures, and it was he said, "Oh yeah, it is working, take it." Ends up on the front cover, isn't that just the way?
It's very nice, but you know why? Because it looks like you've been rolling around with the old third dan black belt. It gives you that bedroom look.
What does it?
Well, look at that. Come on, you're lying down there, you're all earing away, eyes off and away.
Well, maybe he was lying next to me.
It looks like you've just been having a lovely special morning session.
Oh yeah.
That's why they like those. That's why they put those covers on things. So people look at them and think, "Hello."
Yeah.
I say, she's a bit of a girl.
Not so common after all, yes? Just down to earth,
I think
darling.
you are quite common, aren't you?
I'm down to earth.
No, yeah.
Since when is down to earth common?
What is a top night out for you then? A slap-up night out?
Oh,
in Mumbles.
I love a good meal.
Yeah.
Give me a good restaurant, lovely, beautiful red wine, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not into clubbing it these days.
I should think not.
What do you mean? I could.
They've got the old grab a granny night. You can go down there.
Occasionally, when I'm in the Algarve, I go to Kiss discotheque, and I don't come home till 6:30 in the morning. Yeah.
Well, someone's got to clean up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bottles to put away.
Yeah.
What do you do? You go out restauranting? You go out to friends' houses normally? What do you do?
Yeah. Oh well, when I get home, I'm going for dinner at a friend's house actually.
Yeah,
so that would be very nice.
Here, we've got an email here for you, because one of the tracks on the Greatest Hits album is, of course, Holding Out for Hero, which is one of those big anthemic songs you did.
Yeah.
And I believe that's been adopted somewhat by the gay community.
Yeah.
Yeah, by gay men.
Yeah.
And we've got an email here from you for someone. It just says hugs. I don't know if that's his name or just we're signing off. And it says, shame no webcam, I tell you. But anyway, say hi to Bonnie from all the guys in Edinburgh getting ready to go out onto the streets for this year's Scotland Gay Pride.
All right.
So there you are.
Yeah, well, thankfully, it was the gay clubs that broke Holding Out for a Hero, They were playing it all the time, and then eventually it became a hit,
It's got a different meaning, obviously, in that context.
Well, I suppose I need a hero. They all like tough men.
They want a big red Indian that comes through the door and rescue them from a burning teepee or something. It's a whole other world, Bonnie.
Yeah.
So when you're actually putting this together, the Greatest Hits album, okay, the record company came to you or you went to them?
Oh, they came to me, actually. They approached me about putting it out, and it's on Sanctuary.
That's the name of the label, yeah?
That's the name of the label, yes.
Okay, and when you came to choose the Greatest Hits, this was mainly you or them?
Well, it's obvious that the biggest hits are Total Eclipse, It's a Heartache, Lost in France,
Well, they're the
More Than
ones,
a Lover.
They're the ones I know and love, okay?
Yeah.
Total Eclipse of the Heart, I like that a lot. It's got that big bomb, it's like a Meatloaf song. It was written by the guy who used to write for Meatloaf, I believe.
Yeah, Jim Steinman, and I've actually got my mother's voice sampled on that as well, in the middle of it. There's an opera voice on there, and then my mother's in the middle singing opera as well. I took a tape of my mother over to New York, and I played it to Jim. I just taped my mother singing by the piano with Christopher, my nephew, and without any microphone or anything, just the piano and my mother singing. She had a beautiful voice, and so I taped her, and then I used to take it everywhere with me, you know. And so I played it to Jim, and he said, "Wow, Bonnie, this is something else." He said, "I'll sample it and I'll put it on Making Love Out of Nothing at All."
Wow. And
Yeah.
it's, when you listen to the song now, presumably when that bit comes up, you must always think of it.
It's hard to listen to it because my mother just recently passed away, bless her. You know, but I've got her there forever.
Yeah, that
on
is,
a CD.
But that's very sweet. What a lovely story. You've got It's a Heartache on there, of course, which we played earlier.
Yeah.
Holding Out for Hero, we were just talking about. Lost in France, that was a hit for weeks and weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah, and well, it was number 9. It didn't get to number 1, but it was number 9, and it was in the charts for 6 months.
I remember seeing the video for that where you were just wandering around in a field
Oh
or something.
God,
weren't you?
wasn't that terrible?
That was a terrible video.
Oh, it
Very
is terrible.
It was like, here's the idea. You're singing about being lost in France. We'll put you in a cornfield somewhere, and we'll pretend you're lost. How's that for a concert?
It was a driveway to a chateau, actually, with all these tree-lined. Oh, but I was
Not a lot of
wobbling
thought went
all
into
over
that.
the
You were
place
just- yeah.
with my heels.
It did look like you just lost your keys or something. And then you've got on there, you've got Faster Than Speed of Light, Speed of Night, no, then. World
Yeah.
is Full of Married Men. I'm not familiar. Now we get into that phase. Now you know what I'm going to say here, Bonnie.
Go on,
We've
then.
now got to that, track 6, we've got into that area, that no man's land that you find on everyone's greatest hits, where frankly, they're not really greatest hits anymore.
What, track 6?
Well, track 6 is The World is Full of Married Men.
The World is Full of Married Men was, you know, a hit in this country. It got to like 26 or something.
Right, maybe I just missed the one. Okay, then we get to track 7. Have you ever seen the rain? I'm not familiar.
Have you ever seen The Rain? It was on the album, yes. It was.
Right,
It wasn't
So
released.
not really what one would call a greatest hit.
No, but
I mean,
that-
maybe a great hit for you, personally. Means something.
But that has great meaning for me. Have you ever seen The Rain? I tell you why. Because when I went over to meet Jim Steinman to ask if he would produce me, that's one of the songs he played to me and said, "I really can see you doing this song, and I think it would suit you down to the ground." So I did it, and of course I love it. And it's on this album.
I was at an Amnesty International gig a couple of weeks ago, and Tom Jones was, and he's still marvellous, Tom, for his...
It's
you know.
great live, isn't it? I worked with Tom Jones for 3 nights in the Greek Theatre in Los Angeles.
And how was it? Was he good?
Wonderful. Oh, I'm going back years now.
He's the master showman, of course.
He is.
He is, but and now is he 82 now, 83? And yet he's still doing it, he's still got the hips going.
Oh, God, yeah. He's great.
I've seen some very bad, over the years, I've seen some very bad Tom Jones impersonators. I saw a very bad one at the, it was a Holiday Inn in North Miami Beach.
Right.
And this guy came out and he was trying to do Tom Jones, and he was an American guy, and he wasn't very good anyway. It was a rather shabby hotel. To get to the room he was performing, you had to go past the kind of open-air laundrette area. And his wife was handing out small Coca-Cola cans filled with beans and taped up that you were meant to shake along with the act.
Pardon?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were like little cans of drink, but they put beans in. You had to shake them to join in.
What's that to do with Tom Jones?
Well, anyway, so then he came on as Tom Jones, and it's meant to be Tom Jones. It took us 20 minutes to work out what he was doing. And he came in and went, "Ladies, any lovely ladies in tonight? Ladies." And he'd put himself into a pair of trousers so tight that the effect was as if he had 3 buttocks. He was so squeezed. It was the most disturbing sight. And even now, I can't look at Tom without thinking of this poor impersonator. But there must be some Bonnie impersonators out there.
Oh, there have been. There have been. Did you see that?
Did they do you on Stars in the Eyes?
Yeah, somebody did me on Stars in the Eyes, and I didn't think it was very good actually because
Which
my,
is just
my
as
hair
well,
is straight. My hair was straight, is straight now, but they came on with this really curly hair like I used to have, which I hated. I don't know why I ever had it. Looking back at photographs
Well, that's always a bad
I cringe.
But
Yeah.
were you styled? Because back then, pop
No,
was nowhere near
I
as
did,
kind of
it was all my own
manufactured.
fault.
So you have to take all the credit. Hey, let's talk. You hinted when I was joking about you having surgery earlier, and you do look fantastic.
Well, thank you.
But you don't look like you've had that kind of horrible pullback face job. But you were saying you've had Botox.
Botox, I think it's fantastic. Every girl should have it. It's an injection. It only costs £250, and you have it every 5 or 6 months. And what it is, they put it in your forehead, and you can actually go down to the eyes. But I'm quite lucky there. My father's got beautiful skin, and thankfully I follow him. And So you can go as low as there, but you can't go lower than
And what
the crow's
what is
feet.
the actual effect? What does it do?
Paralyzes the muscles so that you can't frown.
See, that
right?
doesn't sound to me like a good idea.
Well, in minute doses, it's perfectly harmless.
Right, and this is, but am I correct in thinking it's botulism they're injecting?
Yeah, that's right. Saddam Hussein used it in the war to try and
should
but
use-
in large doses.
They should use that in the
I'm frightening
advertising campaign. If it's good enough for Mad Saddam, it's good enough for you,
Well,
Mrs.
well, actually, I've been having it done for about 4 years now. This Botox, and it's great because your forehead doesn't get into the habit of frowning because it can't.
Right.
So then no lines form.
But I must admit, but couldn't you just do what we all do? Grow a fringe. No, because it can't be, is it painless or does it hurt?
Oh, it hurts. Well, it's not supposed to, but I'm a baby, But he has these, Harley Street, it has these like rubber balls, and you squeeze them.
Is he a clown doctor?
No,
Do they make a honking noise when you give him a little touch?
actually, one is in the shape of a brain, and the other one is like.
It's not the
Bonnie, I don't think he's a real doctor. When you wake up, do you find that your clothing's been loosened?
Well, it's either that I squeeze them to take the pain away, or I'm grabbing onto the nurse's hand, and I wear these built-up nails as well, and they
You don't be
dig
doing that.
right into her, So they've given me those squeezy balls now instead.
That's what I like about this show. We always end on a classy note. Bonnie Tyler's squeezy balls. And speaking of which, we're going to end with... we won't play the whole thing, we haven't got time, but this is, of course, it's for everyone doing the Gay Pride March in Scotland and fans of Bonnie Tyler everywhere. The Greatest Hits album is out on July the 2nd.
Yeah.
Go and get yourself a copy. Bonnie, it's been lovely to see you again.
It's been lovely to
Thanks
see
for
you.
coming in.